All right, today is June 2nd, and we are going to go ahead and go into this trade recap on NQ that we took today. Don't really need ES on the chart, so we will go back to bar replay. There we go. And market open. So, market open, we are right here. Wasn't too strong in any bias other than because obviously I didn't know what was going to happen during market open. But particularly, I wanted us to come up and take buy side first and fill in the opening range gap. I'll go ahead 1 minute. As we can see, we have the opening range gap, which it was about 100 ticks, meaning most likely it's going to be filled all the way. And then, so going into the morning, use my trusty little indicator right here. Just marks out Asia highs and London lows, or London high, London low, Asia high, London, Asia low. As we can see, is we have Asia high still intact, but London low has not been taken out. So, in my head, in the morning, my thought process was if we go up and we're bullish first, I want to see the opening range gap be filled. I want to see the new week opening gap be filled so we can deliver buy side for the new week opening gap. And I wanted to see Asia highs get taken. We also had so I already marked it out. This is Asia high, London low. But on the 15-minute, later on, we create a 15-minute SMT. So, bam, going into market open. Market opens, pumps higher, keeps on pumping higher. Higher, higher, higher. Okay? So instantly this leads me to be more bearish due to the fact that market is just pumping up during market open. As you can see, we are consolidating right here through all of this price action. So right now in my head, my thought process is, okay, this is going to be an AMD accumulation. This is a manipulation leg, and then we're going to distribute down towards where? Sell side liquidity, and then the first presented fair value gap. Today we had Fed Chair Powell speaking, which usually makes price action a little more choppy in the AM session. So due to that reason, I didn't hold all the way to sell side liquidity because it was a little more unpredictable due to Powell speaking. I also didn't hold all the way down is because we had news at 10 a.m. New York time, and I entered before the news. So obviously with the red folder news volatility, I didn't want to be in too risky, so I got out quicker. So now basically what I'm looking for is going to be a little bit of accumulation. Not really accumulation, but I want to see a stop up here, hang around a little bit. Here, I'll show you kind of what you guys should also be looking for whenever something like this happens. If I can find path. There we go. So basically what I'm looking for is price to go bam, 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 chop up, maybe take out the high again, and then take out a low. That's pretty much what you're looking for. With the AMD, Silver Bullet, Unicorn, any entry model. So we go in, we go in, we go in, keep on playing. And then my entry macro time is going to be 9:45 is when I can start looking for trades to get entered. So as you can see here, the most recent swing low is all the way down here for NQ. Most recent swing low got wicked through on ES. So we already created two civvies. They're not valid due to the fact that there's no market structure shift or change in state of delivery, pretty much the same thing, and no displacement through a low. So as we go on, bam, what do we see here? We see displacement through this low. So this is going to be our change in state of delivery due to the fact that we're going to be more bearish now. Change in state, we have this little breaker block right here. And then if I go on one more candle, right here, we created our civvy that is going through this low and this low, which means it's higher probability. Also, another good thing, which is why you want to look at both NQ and ES, is because if we look over here on ES pretty much did the same exact thing. We have a high time frame SMT up here, but where NQ took out the high and ES didn't. But the important thing to remember here is that NQ pretty much inverts the first presentation fair value gap, which is why my strong target was going to be the first presentation fair value gap on NQ due to the fact that we already inversed it on ES. And ES also has relative equal lows that is going to be a draw. Also, this 0.5 is a daily civvy on ES. And then also you can see we are above New York midnight opening price and also above the 8:30 opening price, which means it's also a good confluence to be bearish on after filling in the opening range gap. So bam, we have our civvy, change in state, breaker. This is pretty much just the ICT unicorn model. And we are entering at 9:47. I'm pretty sure I entered at 9:49. I waited for the retracement back into it. Stops there. So, let's go ahead and see what happens. So right here was my actual entry inside of this civvy, waiting for the low. And then just an easy take profit due to the fact that we have two big red news events, especially Powell, which will mess up the market. Could have held down here and taken maybe half off here and then the rest off down here. But again, like I said, didn't want to risk. Being patient, knowing when to get out is the best thing to do as a trader. And then as we can see, the next candle wicks down and takes out my first presented fair value gap, which was my target. Now, the good thing about today was that if you didn't want to enter before news, you could have waited until we take out these relative equal lows. And now we're pretty much looking for the same exact thing going to the upside. What do we see here? Pretty much the same exact thing. We have a change in state of delivery after taking out relative equal lows, meaning we have a draw higher now. Realistically, this would have been the best target if you took this trade after, just because the news, and it's the easiest, highest target right there. But we have change in state of delivery. We have a fair value gap going above a high. This is going to be our breaker block right here, this set of down closed candles. Or that's our order block. Breaker block is going to be this right here. Bam. Let's see if that works out. And there we go. As you can see, price starts moving higher. So basically, this was 53 ticks. And my risk to reward was a 1.23. It is NFP protocol this week. We have NFP on Friday. So I will be trading mostly only on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Being cautious Thursday and Friday. And if you guys want more trade recaps, obviously I have more on my YouTube channel. But obviously more will come out as the trading week goes. So, yeah. If you want to see me trade live, I have a Discord that's completely free. It's going to be in the link in my bio. Go ahead, check out the Discord. It's a bunch of free stuff, free videos, so you guys can learn and improve and take trades exactly like I do. Have a great rest of your day.